Have a good day. Have a good day. I know I'm Scottish, but that was easy to understand. Wait, no, rock and roll democracy. I'm a punk. Any hippies in the audience? Any hippies? I'm a punk. Any hippies? Just remember, Richard Branson's a hippie. Never trust a hippie. 3 types of economists. One that can count and one that can't. Get on with it. You're all cursed and lucky. We're all cursed and lucky. We're cursed and lucky these days because, firstly, we're cursed because it is actually hell on earth. We've got environmental problems, we've got social problems, we've got austerity, we've got poverty, we've got inequality. We're cursed, but we're lucky because we are actually building something else. There's a new movement happening, folks, and this year, right here in Huddersfield, is part of it. There's a new movement that's saying no to the economic model we've got and no to the type of politics we've got. And that's great. We're all part of that and we should hold that to our heart. I'm from CLES, the Centre for Local Economic Strategies, with about progressive economics for people in place. And we've got a simple ambition, quite a simple ambition, to change the political economy of the UK and anyone else that wants to listen to us. We believe in, we are economists that look at the world to believe we need to have a progressive people. Economics creates great places and fulfilled lives. And we take inspiration from the word oikonomos, the Greek root to economy, which means keeper of the household. We believe an economy has become casino capitalism, global capitalism has become too cold. It's lost its heart, it's lost its home. We need to repatriate and take control of that economy for ourselves and construct the economy in the way we want it, not us fitting in to the economy. The economy is a social construct and we need to construct it in the way we wish it to be. And one of the binding problems we have in the economy is that, a Scottish word, wealth, that this is the 5th or 6th largest economy in the world. Where does all the wealth go? Well, firstly, it scooshes away. Do you know that phrase? Scoosh, shoosh. Yeah? It slides away. It doesn't land in all the streets and all the pockets of people. It slides away. And who's it slide away to? The plutocrats, the Cayman Islands. It slides away to the wealthy. We need to make sure that that money is repatriated back. It doesn't scoosh. It needs to stick. And also, wealth is narrowly held. It's held by a few. The 10 richest men in the world have as much wealth as the 50% of the poorest in the world. That's an abomination. That's an economy that's lost its heart. That's an economy that's forgot about what it's for. It serves us. It no longer serves us. The defining feature of an economy is who has it, who benefits from it, and where does it go? And we need to build a new contract that ensures it does benefit us, it goes the way we want it, and it serves us all. Now, if we go back to the welfare state, what a beautiful thing that was, eh? Yeah? We were born, I was born in it. My kids were educated, I was educated in it. Yeah? Hopefully I'll die in it. Yeah? Yeah? A beautiful thing. But that contract is broken, the deal's been broken. The contract between citizens, businesses and the state bureaucracies is not working anymore, and it needs to be rethought and remade. And there's 4 particular challenges around this rethinking, this social contract. First, business. I'm a fan of the welfare state, but businesses got off the hook, folks, with the welfare state. Because what they did was they paid their corporation tax. They thought, education, nothing to do with me. Childcare, nothing to do with me. Looking after elderly others, nothing to do with me. I say it's not enough just to pay tax. We need to have corporate citizenship. We need to have business that have empathy in their hearts and starts to do more beyond assigning, thinking that they just pay tax and that's it. The second thing we need to think about in the new social contract is automation. I'm like Fraser and Dad's Army, you remember? We're all doing, right? Automation. We used to have wealth that came through being an employee. Predominantly, wealth was returned to us as employees. Increasingly, wealth is squirreled away through capital. Automation means there's probably going to be less jobs or low-paid jobs. That means we need to fundamentally rethink the social contract so that we own the robots. We own the means of production much more. Otherwise, we're going to condemn many communities and many people to low-wage work and insecure work in perpetuity. We need to start owning more of the economic architecture of our country. The third thing is the Facebook generation. This is no longer, we can't have a social contract, let's just pay more tax, we'll be fine, we're a big bureaucracy down there in Whitehall every day. No. There's a much more diverse, plural nature to our world now, which is a beautiful thing. And that means we need to think the social contract, which is more plural, more diverse, more localised, more specific to local people and to local places. There's a new relationship to build, folks. It's really exciting. It's a new public, social, commercial relationship. And I'll give you a couple of examples of this. How long have I do for time, Carl?
Yeah, you're right, well. Not close to as long as Peter, I'd say.
There's one thing in the social contract, the deal that was struck with citizens was say, you pay us the money, it goes to a big bureaucracy down there in Whitehall, and then we'll service you and we'll do everything hunky-dory for you. A bedpan will fall off a bed in Tredegar and it will ring in the Department of Health. That's the way it was done. That's to no longer be the way the social contract does. It needs to be much more localised, much more personalised, and much more related to local places. And I'll give you an example. I used to have this fella, old John, he was a Polish guy who lived next door to me in Old Trafford in Manchester. John was in a Zimmer. He used to knock on our door and say, Neil, here's 20 quid. Can you go up to the shop and buy some bread and sausages? We only ate bread and sausages. I go up to the shop, I buy the bread and sausages, come back, 20 quid, give him the change, job done. I'm no say, an act of neighbourliness. Just imagine I didn't do that. What would have happened? You've no family here. What would have happened? Perhaps the public services would need to have done more. Yeah? That little act of kindness, that little nothing, is an important input to a society and a social contract we build. There's a guy called Edgar Kahn who invented time banks. He says that this is the core economy. That thing that happens in families, in communities, and in our hearts is the core to all bases to the economy. And if we don't get that right, if we don't invest in that, if we don't invest in people's lives, every other part of the economy will suffer. Because the public service will have a ballooning demand if all those small acts of kindness are not done. And also, for me to be a productive worker, I want to be in a place where I feel secure, our community is secure, I know there's good inputs to my life. So it's investment in social life. It's not a cost, it's an investment in our future. And the arse that it is, when you have those talk about HS2 and big infrastructural development and how £50 billion of HS2 is going to transform our economy. Imagine £50 billion to the unborn child, or £50 billion spent on early years. Would that not transform the economy equally? We need to stop seeing investment in people and in people's lives as a cost. It's an investment in our future. Finally, I think England and the UK is behind the times. Other parts of the world, there is a new municipalism growing. And this new municipalism is saying the local state is stepping in to build new local social contracts, new relationship with citizens, new relationship with businesses, to build a better locality. And it means not the local state saying we're going to provide everything. It's actually enabling citizens to actually own some of that stuff themselves. Cooperatives, mutuals, community enterprises, all these plurality of forms need to be built into our new social contract to build a better world. And finally, good job there's any whiskey to tell me on it. There's one fellow called Roberto Unger. He's a Harvard law professor, Brazilian philosopher and politician. And we've got to think about where we are in the tide of history here. I think we're in the foothills. We've started walking. We're in the foothills of building a better, more socially just, more progressive place here. And Unger says across the world, we need to experiment like mad. We need to try new things, diverse things, interesting things, innovate. And from that, we learn from those innovations, and they foreshadow the better future to become. We need to start experimenting like we've never done before. And very finally, Margaret Mead, the famous anthropologist, says, never underestimate the power of a few committed individuals to change the world. In fact, it's the only thing that ever has. We are committed individuals working together. We can change the world. Let's go and let's do it. Thanks very much for listening.